Are you tired of needing a group to fight certain enemies? Do you want the ability to do it all yourself? Then let me introduce you to the Solo Everything build. The Solo Everything build allows you to fight any enemy in the open world solo. This is especially useful for farming artifacts that drop from open world bosses when unable to find a group. This results in a fully independent gaming experience. So, what makes the Solo Everything build? We start with Blood Drinker. Blood Drinker's unique perk, Fool's Harmony, provides 25% lifesteal. Combined with the second perk, Leeching, Blood Drinker provides an insanely high level of self-sustain. This is key to making the build work. Blood Drinker also comes with Hearty, an almost mandatory perk for a ring. For the final perk, we have added Keen Awareness. Whilst a damage perk, such as slash damage, is also an option, using Keen Awareness provides more versatility, allowing Blood Drinker to be used in multiple builds. For our next artifact, we are using Serenity. Using a Greatsword gives us access to stances, in particular, Defiant Stance. Whilst in this stance, we receive 15% less damage, and block whilst heavy attacking. This allows us to output damage whilst mitigating incoming damage. And as we are attacking, we are also gaining the lifesteal from Blood Drinker. Serenity's unique perk, Balanced Blade, leans into this further, through access to Defense Stance, which provides 2% Fortify one hit. This can stack up to 10 times, providing 20% Fortify. Serenity comes with both Trenchant Strikes and Trenchant Crits, an illegal perk combo that allows impressive damage output when doing heavy attacks. For the final perk, we have added a gem slot. For the gem, I would suggest adding either an Opal for increased damage, or a Carnelian to allow you to tank if there are others in the area too. For our second weapon, we are using a Warhammer. This comes with Keen, Keenly Empowered, and Sundering Shockwave. Sundering Clear Out is also an option if using that skill. For the majority of our armour, we are using Health, Enchanted Ward, and Refreshing. This gets us to the max 4 Refreshing. This is especially useful to lower cooldowns on this build to ensure we have skills available to enter Defiant Stance. For our chest, we are using the artifact heavy chest piece, Void Darkplate. Void Darkplate's unique perk, Dark Reinforced, grants us 20% increased armour. This combined with the 20% Fortify from Serenity, alongside the damage reduction from the Defiant Stance, gives us an incredible amount of survivability. Void Darkplate comes with Enchanted Ward and Physical Aversion. For the final perk, we have added Health. For our amulet, we are using Health, Stamina Recovery, and Thrust Protection. Slash Protection is also an option. For the earring, we are using the Keratin earring, which comes with Regenerating and Healing Heart. For the third perk, we have added Despised. Whilst Despise is not needed if playing solo, it does allow you to tank if there are others in the area too. For our Heart rune, we are using Stoneform. This provides extra defense and healing, and acts as an emergency button. For the attributes, we are using Strength, Dexterity, and Constitution, evenly split at 200 each. As the Greatsword scales evenly with Strength and Dexterity, we have split our damage attributes evenly across these attributes. This split allows us to hit key attribute threshold bonuses of 10% armor from 200 con, and the many damage buffs from 200 strength and dex. Evenly splitting the attributes also allows us to use as many magnified pieces as we want. For our skills, on the Greatsword we are using Calamity Counter, Roaring Rupture, and Relentless Rush. As Calamity Counter and Roaring Rupture are both from the Defiance tree, upon activation we enter the Defiant Stance for 10 seconds. The aim of the build is to be in Defiant Stance for the majority of the fight. Therefore, timing these skills to use when Defiant Stance is about to end is key. Calamity Counter provides an 8 meter AoE taunt whilst blocking attacks and applying bleed. Roaring Rupture provides a taunt on hit, grants Fortify, cleanses debuffs, applies Weaken, and grants Uninterruptible. It can also be used to push enemies away if already in Defiant stance, or pull enemies together if in Onslaught stance. Relentless Rush provides mobility and allows access to Onslaught stance. Whilst in this stance we deal increased damage, but also take increased damage. Onslaught stance can be useful when you are not taking too much damage, allowing an increase in DPS. However, whilst in Onslaught stance you will no longer block whilst attacking, so judgment is needed to decide when to use each stance. The starting combo will be Relentless Rush, into Roaring Rupture, into heavy attacks. For our skills on the Warhammer, we are using Shockwave, Armor Breaker, and Wrecking Ball. Shockwave provides an AoE stun, taunt, weaken, and 15% rend. Armor Breaker provides a 30% rend, whilst Wrecking Ball provides an AoE knockdown and grants Fortify. The aim will be to only switch to the Warhammer to use all three skills, then switch back to the Greatsword to continue attacking. As shown in the video, this build is fully capable of soloing most enemies in the open world, including both elite overlords in Brimstone, Scorpio, and Khepri. As stated earlier, if you are struggling to find a group to farm a specific artifact or item that drops from an open world enemy, this could be the build for you. That's it for the video. If you have any questions about the build, drop a comment below and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.